Hi everyone, how is doing? Is alright. So just outside the training ground here, and the reason why we're here, it's Friday. The lads are due back on in literally just Monday. So all the lads are due back on Monday, but I wanted to bring in the attention of Mikel Merino. You know, all this week we've seen the speculation, in particular with the Spanish media, that he's doing this, the release clause is that, it's this, it's that, he's joining this club, he's joining Sevilla, he's joining Real Sociedad, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty much sick of it. As much as Newcastle fans, you've been messaging us, telling us, you know, you're sick of it, what's going on. Of course, we're just fans as well. We don't know what's going on either. But interesting that the Chronicle have said that Mikel Merino will not be here come Monday. So keep an eye out for that as well. Now, Merino then, of course, you know, should we let him go? That's the question. For me, I'm against it, and I'll tell you as why. You know that Shelvey and Diarmi have been absolutely fantastic in the second part of the season. We know that. However, if we've got an injury to any one of them or a dip of form, who have we then got? We're going to have to bring somebody in, because Mikel Merino, without a shadow of a doubt, when he first come in, he looked absolutely brilliant when Shelvey got the ban. You know, Malcolm McDonald's spoken out saying he's never hit the heights, he's always been injured, he's always been on the bench, and that probably is the case. However, is Isaac Hayden really the man to step up? Not for me, he's not. And you've got to look at the quality now, and you know, there is... Just coming off topic just for a second, you know, there's the season renewal ticket has been obviously extended to the 3rd of July, and there's some fans who are not very happy. They're not very happy that the signings are not coming in, so they're waiting to see if they're going to renew their season ticket. Rafa hasn't signed his contract. There's still a lot going on, but I do think the wheels will start to have in motion now that Rafa's back on Monday with the lads. Obviously, when Mitrovic will not be there because he's still on World Cup duty, and the players who have been in the under-21s will probably have an extended week or two off. However, you know, fans are waiting to see signings. There's no signings coming through the door. You know, Rafa hasn't signed his contract, so I think the wheels will start happening on Monday. I know there's the speculation of this player, that player. I mean, the Turkish press just a couple of weeks ago had, you know, Martin Skirtle, Gary Rodriguez, Ozkapan, and he's just signed a new contract, and still some of them are making up stories about him. And of course, this one is Mikel Merino. If he does has that release clause, just going to go back to subject, sorry, because I went off subject there. Mikel Merino, if he's got that release clause in his contract, is it the club's fault? Is it the club are powerless? If he does, and that is stressing if he does, because nobody knows. You know, the Chronicle are speculating. The national papers haven't even picked this up yet. Even Sky Sports haven't picked this up yet. It's all over from Spain. Now, the latest, if you want to call it that, because it changes every day, is that he's got his heart set on joining Real Sociedad. And there's this figure, it's 8.5 million, it's 10 million, it's 12 million. And you've got to ask yourselves the question, is Mikel Merino worth more than that? I'd probably say so. Has he justifies that tag? No, because I think he still has a lot of potential, and that's what you're selling basically if he does leave, which is potential. Now, as I say, if Mikel Merino is taken out that side for Newcastle, I think we're weaker, because, you know, we haven't got anybody for... Put it this way, if we'd signed somebody and we brought a player in for centre midfield, fine. Then you can say, right, okay, you can justify that, you can let him go. But because Leitchon and the board haven't got the act together yet, we've only signed Martin Dubravka, the players, you cannot allow Mikel Merino to go, but we're powerless if that contract clause is written in, and I do have to stress if, because it's not set in stone that it is. We know that Mikel Merino, we've seen it all over his Instagram. He's been in New York, he's in Ibiza this week as well, so we'll have to see how that one goes as well. Just a bit of official news elsewhere for you as well, is that Jack Hunter, the Newcastle under-23 captain, has recently been released. He has joined Neighbours Gateshead, so he's just literally across the water, so good luck to him. You know, Whitley Park is just literally next door. I can see it as I look across there, so good luck to him. And of course, you know, the season ticket renewal is the 3rd of July. Bit of a break from the World Cup as well, hence the reason why there's the Toon video out as well. But, you know, the World Cup, we know that the World Cup is sometimes a pain in the backside for you, because it's not Newcastle content. But yes, we know the views aren't great. So we will be bringing a lot more Newcastle content as well. Have a look at our Facebook page, Newcastle Fans TV. There's loads on there. There's daily news on Twitter as well, and more articles as well, Newcastle Fans TV. I'll stop blabbering on. Let me know what you think of the Mikel Merino case, man. See you later. Bye-bye.